I had an accident. Slipped and fell, my heart trapped between a rock and a hard place. You were my rock. And I know that sounds romantic, it sounds ideal as it should be. You were my rock. Only you were the rock that trapped me in this impossible situation. You were my rock. Unexpected boulder, sudden surge of pain. You were my rock. You were my hopelessness, left without a choice but to fall for you. I was in pain and terrified, convinced myself it didn't matter. I knew the risks. I willingly chose to go climbing through your crevices, the depths of your insecurities. Two broken people trying to heal each other, pouring our love into each other's cracks because we were just soulful disasters. I willingly chose to explore the wilderness of your mind, body, and soul, to give myself to you, to our adventure. I willingly chose our impossible situation to hold on because we know how stubborn I get when I'm challenged. Everything about you hurt, but there is something beautiful about falling for the tragedy of something that will never eventuate. Romeo and Juliet had nothing on us. Novels and movies yet to be written and made about us. Our happily never after. You made me forget consequences. You made me forget myself and want to be everything for you, bend over backwards for your happiness. You made me forget that I'd have to live with the phantom of a body part that I no longer have for the rest of my life. And I know time heals all wounds, but time takes time and I'm too impatient for that. You were an unlikely incident that has become a part of my story, a part of me. I asked you to love all of my pieces, but instead you became one of the many that I'll scatter for people in the hopes that they'll figure out how to put back together what you forced me to rip apart. I slowly dull pocket knifed myself so that I'd give you something to remember me by. Now I avoid being alone so I don't have to confront the PTSD you've left me with, keep myself distracted, convince myself none of it was real, that it never meant a thing, but I end up masochistically reminiscing the bittersweetness of us. I struggle to sleep at night and I see no getting out of this abyss. Heavy medication, the only way to deal with the pain of us being reduced to dramatic and sensationalized farewells, unable to cope with the deafening silence where a drumming once was, questioning whether I'm really alive because how could it be possible to live with a hollow chest, missing the heart that now beat between your rugged hands, with swollen eyes betraying the pain of my soul and the truth of my nights, with an occupied mind of which you've illegally settled, locked forever in the heart that I gave you for safekeeping. I will now be whatever you please because despite all of that, you were my rock.